I spent 20 years embarrassed by my mother's hands until I found out the truth this morning. Growing up, my mom always worked the worst jobs. She cleaned floors, she washed dishes, and her hands were always red, rough, and scarred. When she came to my school, I used to hide my hands in my pockets so people wouldn't know we were related. I was ashamed of how she looked. I wanted a cool mom, a mom with soft hands and a nice car. I remember screaming at her once when I was a teenager. I told her she was lazy for not getting a better job. She didn't say a word. She just looked at her hands, tucked them behind her back, and went to make me dinner. I left home the day I turned 18. I worked hard, made a lot of money, and bought a huge house. I barely called her. I thought she reminded me of a life I wanted to forget, but she passed away last week. When I went back to her tiny apartment to clear things out, I found a small wooden box under her bed. Inside was a stack of letters from a top university and a bunch of hospital bills from when I was a baby. I was born with a rare condition. The doctors said I'd never walk. The surgery cost a fortune, more than we ever had. My mom didn't just work those jobs for fun. She worked 3 jobs, 18 hours a day, for 10 years straight just to pay for my legs. Those scars on her hands? They weren't from being lazy. They were from the chemicals she used to scrub floors so I could run. I'm sitting in my big, expensive house now, looking at my perfect, soft hands. And for the first time in my life, I'd give everything I own just to hold those rough, scarred hands one more time and say, I'm sorry.
That was the story for today. But wait, did any of you see the gorilla that passed by during this video? And what about Tum Tum Sahur? He was also here. If you did, hit that like and subscribe to follow for more.